So here we go. This is the Lax-Wendroff scheme. It considers a correction, okay? A correction to the upstream scheme, and here again the same time frames of outputs: 3 hours, 6 hours, and 9. Then you can look at the patch. You can see the patch moves, okay? It moves nicely over to the south eastern corner, but there's some additional features. First of all, have a look at the maximum concentration. Look at this first one. 116% after 3 hours. This is a little bit concerning because it's not a realistic response. Can't have an increase of the concentration because there is no source. Okay, in this advection equation, there is no source of the drug. Okay, and at the end, 93%. I mean, it looks impressive. But have a look at these black lines here. What are these black lines? If you look into the details, it is actually the zero contour. If you have a zero contour, it means that there is a positive value on one side and a negative value on the other side. So you actually have a wavy pattern, okay, that you can see here in these black curves. It's a so-called numerical wave that positive, negative, positive, negative. It's an artificial effect that only comes into effect if you use the Lax-Wendroff scheme, for example. And it becomes even worse because even also your main patch, okay, which shown here in later stages, actually develops a wave type structure. Instead of one patch, you actually have 3 patches, and there's a 4th one developing here. It splits up into a wave patterns, and in between are actually negative. And negative concentrations don't exist, so it creates lots of rubbish results. I would not use the scheme because it creates these numerical waves. And so if you have a more complex simulations, for example, if this one represents density or temperature, salinity that you affect, it can actually influence the dynamics and can create artificial results. And you don't want to have artificial. Okay? So you have to be very, very careful. And I show you the simulation. Let's look at it. Here we go. And you see the artificial waves, the original steady state circulation field has no waves or whatsoever. It's a very smooth field, and this one is only created through the numerical implementation of the Lax-Wendroff. All right, so let's have a look at another scheme. It's not all TVD schemes perform poorly. I'll show you some good examples.